Hello world, welcome back to Agile on the Trail. I'm your host, Voices, and today is Friday, June the 2nd, day 63 on the trail. And yeah, we're starting off on a bridge here, overlooking a nice creek. Yep, I'm slack packing today. Broke away from the tramway a little bit. Stayed at Angel's Rest Hostel yesterday because they have a 22-mile slack pack back to town. And that's what I'm taking advantage of, slack packing today. So very little weight on the shoulders, long miles. The tramway and I should be passing on the trail sometime. Straighten that down there a little bit. And tomorrow I'll be like 1 mile, maybe 2 behind them when I start. Easily catch up with them. Because they're going to be just a little bit past this point after the end of day today. All right, well, that's it, really. I got to climb, got some ridge work, and climb back down. That's a very high level overview of what I'm doing today. So, all right, well, let's get to it. I'll talk to you later. Here's the ridge I've been running. And here's a bit of a view. Finally broke out of the green tunnel. And once again, I don't think the camera's going to do you justice, but it's a nice view. I'm going to start my 8-mile descent into Pearisburg, getting back to Angel's Rest. You guys have a good Friday. I'll check in with you here in a little bit. Hey, post-action report for Friday, June the 2nd, day 63 on trail, if my math is correct. All right, so we're slack packing back to Pearisburg, and it's 22 miles long. I just have a few more miles left here. I'm coming off the mountain. Sun's behind me, so sorry about that reflection there. Anywho, I always like slack packing southbound, longer distances, especially when like it's favorable for me. Like I get inserted at high elevation, I walk, and I end at lower elevation, which means most of my hike is downhill, which means it's not as tiring, and I can do more miles, which is why I elected to do it. However, here's a side benefit of this. I get to see everybody as they're coming up the trail. Now I saw my tramley of whack and cheesecake and hootie hoo, and I'll get with them tomorrow when I get reinserted into the trail with a full pack, and I'll catch up with them. I'm only like 1.5 miles behind them at the end of this day. But I get to see everybody else that was around in the bubble that I might not have necessarily seen, because like a train kind of going the same direction as everybody else, you don't get to see too much in front of you, you don't get to see too much behind you. But when you're going the opposite direction, you get to see everybody. So let's see here. Who are the common people that I've seen on trail? One, Firestarter, a chap that I encountered before Standing Bear. Encountered him first in the Smokies. Haven't seen him since Damascus. Lo and behold, he's on trail. So it was good to see him. Uga and Snack Attack are on trail. Haven't seen them since Damascus. And loved hanging out with them a little bit as well. Catching up there. Of course, Captain Fantastic knew he was going to be on trail because, well, I hung out with him last night. Went to Mexican restaurant with him last night. All good there. And let's see here. Lips, aka Gabe, and his sister Emma. We've been hiking in and around each other for a couple weeks leading up to Damascus and after Damascus as well. So those are a few of the people that I've hiked in and around going southbound. And it's always nice to, catch up, see who's where, what's the gossip, and just see how everybody's doing. All right, well, just mainly ran a ridge. Been in the green tunnel for most of the time. I think I've videoed the 2 or 3 views I had today. But yeah, it's been a long 22-mile, close to 11-hour day of hiking. Wasn't really trying to push myself very fast. 2 miles an hour with breaks. It's pretty decent. I didn't want to wear myself out because I've got some long miles to do tomorrow. And then Sunday. And then Monday. And I think by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, well, I'll leave that for a surprise. Might have already said it. I don't know. But I'll leave it for a surprise at this point in time. All right. I'm going to sign off. You guys have a good rest of your Friday. And I will check you out tomorrow.